Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Yan. I listen to debut songs, comeback songs I never heard of for the first time with you all. And if you like to dance or watch covers, I like to do that for fun, as a hobby and as a way to exercise. So if you're interested in that, please, check out my channel. I also really like food, making food, eating food, so if you're a foodie like me, I also have some videos related to food, so if you're interested in that, you can check out my current channel or my other food channel as well. These are all hobbies, so if you have similar hobbies, check it out. Alright, today we are listening to a comeback song by TRENDZ, and I remember listening to one of their songs and they're pretty, strong, powerful, and full of energy, and so I'm wondering if this comeback song will be the same. The name of their comeback song is Who, so I'm guessing maybe there's a bit of mystery involved, slightly dark, but I'm guessing since they're pretty new, I think they will continue the concept of being fierce, powerful, and just like showing all the strength that they got, kind of a vibe. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out their newest song right now. Alright, there's nothing to see. Who, there is this Chinese character. I don't really know this character. It must have a different meaning. I'm curious as to why they have that character included within this title, but it's all black, so all I can do is press play. Let's enjoy TRENDZ's Who.
시작은 theatrical 빠져들어 deeper 원했던 걸 지켜 못 믿던 놈은 비켜 Well laugh like a match run on 내 마음대로 새 뭔가 의심 따윈 집어삼켜 하려 하는 거기에만 숨지게 주의를 봐 노이즈와 선택은 나 이 길은 다 입은 닫은 zipper but DBA로 speaker 원한이 답은 지워서 tell me who's so little The coldest color 잠든 너를 깨워 shining light I can't imagine who you are right now 난 알고 싶어 let me know Lost my way but I don't care 달려가 끝없는 이 way 소리 거칠게 불안해지는 떨림 정막을 깨부수는 울음소리 Now we gonna get loud 다시 내게 던진 flicker Trust that 고요 속에 잠든 독을 들켜 Please don't block me at the top Yeah 몸에 감긴 chain 다시 울부짖어 깜만 덮어배 개짝여진 반에 started play 잠시 stop 마치 볼레같이 초선 거기 위로 소리 높이지 널 벼르고 Yeah 따라가다 또 다른 너를 봤다 파노라마 속나 누군지 물음표담 숨을 움켜쥔 쟤네 부모 in your skin Going back check yourself step beat the knock your wing The falling from the sky 가려진 different paradise 내 모든 걸 다 걸어 it's alright 들여보내줘 hear me out I lost my way and I can't see 캄캄하니 어둠 속이 소리 터지게 거저만 가는 하울링 조골이 깨뜨리는 울음소리 Now we gonna get loud 다시 내게 던진 flicker Trust that 고요 속에 잠든 독을 비켜 Please don't block me at the top Yeah 몸에 감긴 chain 다시 울부짖어 Reaching to your shoes reaching to your shoes reaching to your shoes reaching to your shoes 일단 너는 비켜 Don't block me at the top Yeah 몸에 감긴 chain 다시 울부짖어 And every time you wanna break it 자꾸 더 차갑게 물들어가 faded 흐리선들이 그려진 outfit Don't stop it 이 떨린 놈 느껴 When the flow start to begin 좀 더 붉게 물들이게 아득히 잠겨있던 너에게로 Please don't blow me at the top, yeah, 몸에 감긴 chain 다시 울고 지져
Now that they have the ooh and the wolf vibe, I think this might be the simplified Chinese character wolf. Long. Lang? Eagle wolf. So, yeah, this was very powerful, and it reminded me of EXO's Wolf just because they just have that theme. But I'll tell you more what I noticed, and some things that, you know, were unique and special, and some things I was like, oh, this was interesting indeed. So let's go back to the beginning and talk more about it. So I really like this introduction here. I hope in showcases or music videos they will do this. It looks pretty like insane. Yeah, I wonder if they will do that because I think it looks really cool. Anyways, then I heard the wolves howling and I was like, oh, instead of like who are you, it's more like ow. So I was like, okay, I gotcha. And they do have that wolf vibe going on. I think it's like their normal selves with their own inner wolves, you know, trying to like break out or go against or, you know, come out, that type of feel. But they all looked really good. This is one of the settings we're in, kind of like a broken laboratory area. It's now like their hideout feel. And this whole entire time, it was just super strong and intense, and it just keeps going and going. But there's also, oops, I did want to go to that blue, there's that blue bird logo. At first I didn't notice it until more of that pattern came up. And so I'm not sure if there's like a meaning behind it, or they were acting like wolves, but I don't know why there's this bird. So I'm really curious to see like what is going on in this storyline. But I noticed there was a bunch of rapping, and then all of a sudden I think around here do we hear the vocalists sing, and it was too big of a contrast for me. I didn't know if I really liked that. It was just rapping very fierce and cool, and all of a sudden we go and like slow down. Maybe there's a reason why the tempo slowed and they changed the pace, but for me I was like, oh, and then we go back to intense, like powerful singing and rapping once again. And so that was very different for me, but at the same time it reminded me of EXO's Wolf song. I learned the whole choreo of that, and even though the choreo is very different, these two groups have very different choreos. There's some slight patterns, and I'm not saying there's copyright or, you know, imitating or anything, but you know, lots of songs that I listen to, I make connections with previous songs that I've heard, and so that's the song that came up to me, hence also Wolf was kind of the theme. This part of the choreo was really cool and fast. I think it looks like a spear, and then they like inject themselves kind of, and then just a lot of powerful arm movements, and we were able to see that numerous times, which was great. And like this whole choreo is just a non-stop power, except maybe when they sang a bit, you know, and then they go back to being fierce. There's that broken bird again symbol. If you know anything about it, let me know. I'm super curious about what's up with that. Now we're in a brighter setting. Not sure if they purposely contrast it with like the dark hideout with the light, but then there's also two shadows like splitting apart. So could it mean like different personalities? And then this part really stumped me. Is this like different logos that they have, different powers that they have, different skills? It also reminds me a little bit of EXO when they have different elements, but we weren't able to see any of the elements, I guess, unless one of them is like a wolf. I just noticed though, this person is wearing all white while other members are wearing black. Is there a reason behind it? Is he like the leader of the pack, kind of? Or is he just the leader of the group? I'm not sure, but that did contrast quite a bit from there. And he has summoned the bird that we saw, you know, consistently in this MV. If you know anything about it, please share. But overall, I love the fierceness, the intensity of this choreography, and the song itself. The rappers definitely stood out. Vocalists too, even though I thought it was a little out of place in my opinion, but they also have great voices too. Nothing wrong with them. And then they see like these feathers fall, so bird feathers from that thing, or from that bird logo, I don't know, but it's great that there's a question mark there, and they also kind of not only act like wolves, but a little bit of like a bird feels to it too. So I'm really curious and excited to see what else they have for us. I think that's the end. There wasn't any more foreshadowing, but I I'm very intrigued. It makes me want to get to know them more as individual members, but also like the storyline, like what's going on. I like that. So yeah, continue to support TRENDZ and enjoy Who many more times. Thank you, and I will see you next time.